Good afternoon, and thank you for tuning in to my channel. My name is Christy Fry, and I'm a realtor with Century 21 Sheets in Bloomington, Indiana. So go Hoosiers. If you're watching from another state, we are Hoosiers here. So today I'm going to talk to you all about what it looks like to become a seller in today's real estate marketplace. Now, it may have been a while since maybe you've sold houses in the past, but it may have been, a few years, and you're trying to do this again because you're either downsizing, you're going to be doing something different in your real estate needs. So today is all about kind of taking you through the process of what that looks like and what it means to become ready to sell your home, because you really just don't want to decide one day that you're ready to sell your house and then poof, the next day you have it up for sale. It really is a kind of a little bit of a process. So understanding that will help you to get top dollar out of your home and to take you through the best way to do this. So first thing is to talk with your realtor. If you don't have a realtor, then you can go search for them. You can Google them. You can look at their reviews. You can interview them. You can find out all kinds of information. And please watch future videos. There's a lot to, interviewing realtors, and not all realtors are created equal. I say that to even my buyers because we're human. And so, we don't always connect the same with every person. And, you have to feel comfortable with the person you're working with. And you have to make sure that they're knowledgeable and that they are putting your needs above everything else. And that really is an important thing. So it's not always about how much money they're going to make, because in this business, it is about relationships. And so it's really important to make sure you interview and get the right realtor to work with. So that's step one. The next thing is to kind of think about, when do you want to sell your house? Like how quickly? Because if you're talking like you want to sell it now, then there's things that we need to do right now to get you ready, okay? And we'll talk through a little bit more about those here in just a moment. But in future videos, there's a lot more that goes into detail on each one of these items. So just kind of follow along if you want to know more information, or subscribe to my channel and make sure you hit the like button, because that will help you to see future content that I create. So knowing your time frame is really a kind of a critical next step. If you're not wanting to list your home for a little while, let's say 3 to 6 months from now, that's totally fine too. Understanding that with, conveying that to your realtor will help them to know that how to best help you and how to prepare for that time that you want to list it and have it on the market. Okay. So understanding your time frames. The next thing is, getting your house ready. Like, what do I have to do? Maybe it's been a little while since you've, done any sort of updates to your home. Maybe, the paint's looking kind of shabby. Maybe you got to do some new flooring. Maybe there's just different things that you can do to spruce it up that is going to help for the resale of that property, of your home. So knowing those items of what to do is really an important next step, because that helps to maximize your profits at the end, your seller proceeds. And depending on, what I would say, have your realtor come out, take a look at your home, take them through a tour of your home, and, really navigate through that process, because sometimes there's things that your realtor will tell you based on their experience that will help the sellability of that home. And there are times when, even we can't force your hand at anything, of course, but if you're saying, I want top dollar out of my home and I don't care what it takes to do that, then, your realtor is going to give you every step that he or she thinks it's going to take to make your house sellable. And so listen to your realtor. They are the experts in the field, and they're going to help you to navigate through that process. If you are, maybe you're in a situation where you just don't have the extra funds to, make repairs and do the updates on your home. Okay. And that takes on a whole different conversation. And it's okay if you are in that position. There's other things that we can do to get your home ready, still get ready, without making a lot of costly updates. And so that's a conversation you and your realtor will have. If you're working with me, I will kind of show you the step-by-step process of what that looks like as well. We're not all in the same position, and we totally get it. So understanding, your finances and where you're at to make either repairs, or if you don't have the money and you don't have the funds to do that, then what can you do to make your house still sellable and maximize your profits? Okay. The next thing, of course, is to have to know and to, really dive into this pretty deeply with your realtor is to know what your house is worth, right? Maybe you've been in your home for 25, 30 years. Maybe it's not been that long, but you still need to know what your house is worth, right? What is it worth in today's marketplace? And so that comes in the form of a cost market analysis. Your realtor should be able to provide that one of those for you. It's based on statistical data that we pull from our MLS that shows things about, things that are kind of close to your property, such as age, size, square footage, property taxes, amenities, all kinds of things. And we pull this data together to create what we call a cost market analysis. And it really does help you to know, hey, what is my house worth in today's marketplace based on other things that have sold in my neighborhood? And also, if I sold for this much, I'm expected to make this much after closing costs and paying off my current mortgage. So your realtor will take you through that process. If you're working with me, you're going to get a really awesome cost market analysis before we even meet. That is just something I provide to my clients because I think it helps them to answer a lot of questions first before I get to their home so that we are ready to just go at it and get things ready. And it's a seamless process. It should be a seamless process. So cost market analysis. And then, of course, the next step is to putting your house on the market, getting it ready, getting it for showings, having people walk through, making sure that you understand, there's going to be a lot of activity in your home and keeping it clean and organized and things like that. And then the next step, obviously, is just letting your realtor do the marketing and accepting offers and presenting those offers to you, because that's the next big phase of it. So once you have offers submitted to you, your realtor will go over those with you. They will navigate through all the details of those offers. Sometimes you'll get multiple offers. That's a whole other conversation for not today, but keep watching videos because it's a very interesting process, especially in today's marketplace when we have so many buyers versus not enough houses. So it creates a really interesting dynamic, and that's why it's still so much of a seller's market right now. So if you're watching and you're thinking, well, is it a good time to sell? Yes, it's a great time to sell because you're going to maximize profits. So taking you through that process. And then the next thing too is just to make sure that you get the accepted offer and then working with your realtor to take that through the next phase up until the point of closing. Now, sellers, Mr. and Mrs. Sellers out there, I will say there's a lot that goes into this, and especially if you're going to be buying a home past the point of selling. Now, if you're buying a home after you sell or in that process, there's kind of a timing issue. So we want to make sure we have that conversation with you in advance because it's really, really critical, okay? Some of the common, I would say, emotions that come along with selling your home is that you are very attached to your home. You can't live in your home for any amount of time. Doesn't matter if it's a month or 30 years. You are going to be very attached to your home. And so, not everybody feels about your home the way that you do. And so sometimes there's emotions that get sort of flared up because buyers and sellers don't see things eye to eye, and that's okay. It really is the job of your realtor to kind of walk you through that process because it can get really emotional and it really doesn't need to be, okay? We have gone through this a lot of times with people, even with our own personal homes that we've sold, and we understand that there's emotions attached to it. So understanding who to work with is a really critical step because that person's going to be able to they'll just help you navigate through it a lot more easy. And it doesn't have to be a stressful process. It really does not have to be. I don't care who's told you it needs to be a stressful process. It doesn't have to be. Just find a good realtor that you trust and that you really like to work with, and they're going to help you through all of it. So if you like this information, if you found it valuable, please give me a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel for more information on more tips inside in greater detail on the selling process. And reach out with any questions you have. My contact information is below. Hope you have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.